This is just a test, waiting to see if this works okay. Let's see how this works. Let's see. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hi, this is just a short training video on Moodle. Moodle is the e-learning service, or e-learning part of the Higher Certificate in Business, Enterprise and Community Development. It's best really if you think of it as the Facebook for the course. You will use it over the next 2 years quite frequently because it is the place where lecturers will distribute resources to the class, resources such as presentations, articles, videos, whatever it may be. This is where lecturers will get it to you. It's also where you're going to be uploading your assignments once you've them done. It's also a place where you can talk to other people in the class or get messages from ourselves or from the lecturers. And it's really is the Facebook for the course, and it should be as simple to use really as Facebook. I would like to think it's a little bit simpler. So we start off to go into the site. I would always recommend that you use either Chrome or Firefox. Do not use Internet Explorer. So use Chrome or Firefox, and in the address bar that's up here, not the search bar. Sometimes students go looking for the site here and it just brings them off into older sites or different sites, and it can cause it. Usually I get a call once a week going, I can't get into Moodle and people are here searching here. So what you do is you go to the address bar and you type in the address, the web address of the site, which is www.equalireland.com/Moodle. So it's not e-learning or anything like that, it's just equalireland.com/Moodle. It'll bring you to a page. Now I'm just going to log out, and it has brought me into the master page, which is a little bit different to what you'll see. So it'll bring you into a page that will look something like this. Now you can see there, after you've logged in the first couple of times, it should, if you're using a PC at home, you can, there's no reason why you shouldn't sort of remember your password. It'll make life a little bit simpler for you. But in this case, I'm just going to go in as a student, which is Aaron Minogue. Now, Aaron's, everybody's default password is this, equal@123. This is quite a good idea because it doesn't allow you to see the password. It doesn't allow you to see the password here. So a lot of people sometimes just type mistakes. So what I usually do, starting off with a new password, is just put it in Word, copy it. Right click, copy it, and then at least you're 100% sure that you have it typed correctly. So this is what you'll be doing. So make sure you're putting in your default password. Your default password and username. Your username is always your given name, or the name that you've used on attendance sheets or that we have for you, lowercase. So if your name is Bob Brown, your username is Bob Brown, lowercase. If there's any mistakes or it's not working for whatever reason, just give me a ring. There could be a typo there that's causing you problems. Now your password, again, I've just copied it over, but the default password is always equal@123 with a capital E. So just to see it again, it's equal@123. It'll follow that format. Again, if there's any problems, the easiest and simplest thing is to just give me a call, and we'll solve it in a few minutes. Okay, so you log in. Okay, now forgive my broadband, it's a little bit slow. Okay, right. Now, let's see. No internet connection. We'll have to solve that. Okay. Right, disconnect. This is because I live out in the countryside. Hopefully this should be fine. Okay. Right, okay, now again, hopefully this will work better this time. Aaron Minogue, I still have the password here copied. Log in. Okay, now it will always ask you, the first time you log on, or it should always ask you to reset your password, because obviously you don't want to have your password the default password. So your current password, we just copy it in. Your new password, I'm just going to make it simple. I'm just going to add it equal at 1234. Equal at 1234. Now again, you can't see it, so to be sure that you're typing the right thing, I would always recommend you type it here and just copy it from there. So equal at 1234. I would change it to something else, but it must be 8 characters, must have 1 digit, 1 lowercase and 1 uppercase, and 1 alpha and 1 non-alpha numeric character, an at symbol or something like that. Keep it simple and keep it something that you'll remember. Okay, and then you hit save changes. So that's the very first thing. Now, do you want Google to update your password for the site? I don't, because I'm not going to be using this password again. But again, if this isn't in a library or a public place, it's probably a good idea, and you're not sharing the computer, it's probably a good idea to update the password or keep it there. Okay, nope. So I'm logged in as, you should be logged in as yourself, and you see it. This is the first, we'll just click continue. This is pretty much what you'll see when you log on first. You'll see the various different courses that Equal Ireland have. At the moment, you are enrolled in a higher certificate course, and there's only one of those running at the moment, so it's fairly simple. You'll be going in here. I'd just like to talk a little bit about other parts of it before we go into the actual course proper. The first place I'd like you to go to is your profile. Just click on it. Click View Profile. Now, Edit Profile. And this is quite important to do. Check that your email address is correct. We'll be using the one that we have for you, but again, there could be a typo there, and I think that should be an M. Okay, if you can, just type 50 or 100 words, just a description of yourself. You know, just so that lecturers, because what lecturers do is they come here, they have a look and they say, who's in my class? So they want to get a sense of who is actually sitting in front of them in the class, and also other students will be able to see this. So it's just important just to fill this out. Fill out your interests, your work, your hobbies, just a description of yourself. Just the type of stuff that the information that you're happy to share. Obviously, anything you're not happy sharing, don't share. But just, it really is helpful for students and teachers to have a look and see and get to know who's in their actual classes. Another thing that's useful is, if you don't mind, some students will don't do this, some students will be a bit uncomfortable, but if you can, and if you're comfortable with it, we'd really appreciate if you could just upload a picture. And it's pretty simple to do that. You just click on, I'll just go back, and to go back a stage here, always just follow this back arrow. Whoa, we don't want to leave that page. But anyway, you go here to user pictures. You just add a picture, and then you upload a file. Now, you choose the file. You follow it same as Facebook or whatever. You just get it from there. Attach and upload this file. So please do take the 2 minutes to add a picture there, and also just fill out the interests section, just to list your interests. It'll only take you 5 minutes, but it's something we'd really appreciate you do. When you're done, update profile. Okay, Now that's something that'll take a couple of minutes of your life, and when it's filled out there should be a picture of you here and a little bit of a paragraph saying who you are and what you like. Okay, now you can also change your password here. You can also use this as a place to store files should you wish. Students are always, not always, but often, more often than we would like, losing work. Memory sticks get corrupted, lost, computers die. If you upload your files here, it's kind of like a little place where you can just keep your stuff safe. Another thing I always recommend students do with assignments is just email them copies to yourself, so at least you have a copy of your assignment in case something goes wrong. And trust me, sometimes things do go wrong. So take a few minutes, 5-10 minutes out of your life to fill this out, and we'd really appreciate it, and your other students in the class would too. Okay, so we'll go to home. Home is kind of the same as home for any site, I suppose, the main front page. So you are enrolled in your course, which is a higher certificate. Now you can see here in the BA there's number of different centres running now, so there's there's different courses, but for you all you need to do is click on higher certificate. Now this is your higher certificate, and to get into it you just click this link. It's like any site. If a hand appears when you roll over a word, it means there's something in behind it. So there's something in behind this, which is the site for the higher certificate. This is what it's going to look like. Okay, there's different things and we'll just go through them quickly. They're the things we use as a participant section, which will show you everybody that's in the class. You can see some students have already filled this out. For example, praise. If you click on his name, you'll get a sense of who he is. To go back, there you go. There's a few, that's all we're looking for, just a couple of lines, and always you can go back this way. You can also just go back here to the various sections. It's really self-explanatory. Galway is the name of your course, so if you want to go back to the front home page you can just click on Galway. But that's why we want people to fill out that participant section. And again, you can always go into your own profile here just by clicking on it here. View profile, whatever sections you want, and you can get back to that section again. But we'll just go back. Okay, now a lot of this is just trial and error, and like anything else, just a matter of spending a little bit of time and getting used to it. There's 4 main sections, but really for this course we've really just mostly used 3. Class communication. This is where tutors especially get messages to students, or Equal Ireland get messages to class. If it's something really important, we'll text you out, but if it's just information, like on presentations or whatever, we'll put them here. You can always add a new discussion topic yourself, or if there are different discussion topics, they will be here. They might be precious little, or they might be quite a few, but do check in here from time to time. Okay. So that's the communication section. There's also a chat room. If you see another student on the course at the same time, you could say hello or whatever. Sometimes people use that. Okay, and again, to go back, you can go back this way, or you can go back to the front page of the course, which is here. Okay, that's what's in that section. The 2 most important sections here are, the first one is module content. You click on that. This is self-explanatory. It's the content for the different modules in the course. At the moment there are 5 modules in year 1, and each one of these is a designated section for each module. So at the moment really there's just stuff, some lecturers use this more than others. At the moment Ivan is using it quite a bit, and all of the information that Ivan has used in class, and Ivan prints out quite a lot of handouts, will be available in this enterprise section. So again, to get to it, this is your main course. You go to module content, you come here to this side, and you go to the module section, which is Enterprise Innovation, and here you will see whatever he has. He could have a video here. He could have an audio file. He could have presentations. Now, that's a presentation that he has, and that's how you get to it. Just click on it. Again, to go back, you just click to go back. You don't download any of these unless you choose to. And sometimes people will choose to download things. So again, just to click on it, because maybe their internet doesn't work so good. That would probably be the biggest reason you would download stuff. And you can of course do that, and probably you'll go here to do that. But generally speaking, you won't need to if you have a regular internet connection. To go back, you just click the back arrow. So again, just to get back into this, because this is where you'll probably be going mostly. Module content. Go to the module that you're interested in at the moment. This one is the one at the moment, and then just go to whatever it might be. Again, it might not be a presentation. This might be an article. This might be an audio file, or it might be a YouTube video that's embedded here, and you just click on it and watch it. It should be very straightforward to work. It's as simple as I'm doing it there. Some lecturers will give written notes, but a lot of lecturers will just expect you to come here and find the material for yourself. Again, if you have slow broadband, yeah, like me, it might just take a few minutes to get. So, to go back, that's the arrow. Okay, so that's what's in that section. Okay, to go back to your home page, to go back to the front page of the course, just click on Galway or just click back. That'll make sense after a couple of minutes of just playing with it. Assignment details is an important section here. Most important thing is really, please we'll say for example here, we go into the module that you're looking for. So if you want to know anything about your assignment for entrepreneurship, then obviously this is the place to go. So you click on that, you'll see your assignment brief. I know Ivan has given you this already on paper, but it's here as well, just in case you missed it. What are the rules? He wants the assignment by the 24th of March, and it's to be uploaded, which I'll explain in a second, and any queries you get on to Ivan. And to go back, so it works exactly the same. To upload your assignment, sometimes students will insist that all work is uploaded. Some lecturers will also ask you to email it, but you certainly, regardless, you need to upload your work. If you don't upload your work, we have no proof that you have completed your work. So it's very simple. And there's no real learning in it. So you obviously just click it. And then you go add submission. You come here. So you would click on add. So you're adding a file. Now, obviously you can add all sorts of files, but chances are they're going to be PDFs or Word documents. But we recommend you generally we ask students to turn things into PDFs if they can, because it just makes sure that you have more or less a photograph of your assignment, and it can't be altered after it's been submitted. So you click come here to add. Just like, again, self-explanatory. You go to upload a file. Choose file. You find the file somewhere on your computer. Doesn't really matter where it is. I'm not going to actually upload one at the moment, but when you're completed, you just click upload this file, and there it is. It's going to be just uploaded, and it'll take just a minute to do that. So I might just try one. So choose file. Let me see. Downloads. Balance law schedule. Upload this file. It'll take just a minute or two. You can see it here uploading. Obviously, the bigger it is, the more time it's going to take to upload. This will take about 10 more seconds, I think. Okay. And now it should be uploaded, correct? Yeah, that's it there. If you want to delete it, you can obviously delete it. When you're happy that it's uploaded and all is good, you just hit Save Changes. So there isn't a lot of learning in that. Again, if you have any problems whatsoever, just give me a ring and I'll talk it through. Sometimes when you're starting off doing this, it can get a bit tricky. Now, you can always edit your submission afterwards. Click on Edit Submission, and maybe just you can delete it or whatever you want. So Edit Submission here. Maybe you want to delete it, which I do. You can hit Delete. Are you sure you want to delete it? You click OK. Then you hit Save Changes. So now you don't have anything uploaded. If you upload your assignment, or when you upload your assignment, if you're worried about whether it's uploaded correctly, all you need to do is come back into here again. And if you uploaded it correctly, then you can see it. If you can't see it when you come into this section, if you can't see it when you come into the, just back to this page again, if you can't see it when you come in here, then there's something wrong. So when you click on this button, you should be able to see your assignment here. Just try it. Do a dummy run and make sure that you can see it, because if you cannot see it here, there's something wrong. As long as you've kept a soft copy of your assignment, any problem that's here, like a missing assignment or something like that, will be easily solved. So don't be worrying about it, but just make sure that you've copies kept of everything in multiple places, like emailing it to yourself or whatever. When we give provisional grades, and we'll be only giving provisional grades before our exam board, and those grades can change up or down. When we give those provisional results, we'll be giving them here. So if you want to know where they are, you just come in where you uploaded your assignment, and you'll see a little box here which will say what grade you got and maybe some comments on feedback type comments. So to go back out of that section, you just click Out, and again obviously Out. So sometimes it takes a little while to get back. This is just trial and error. There's something as well that you probably should do, because you'll probably be using this quite a lot. You can dock all these sections, and by dock, this is what I mean by dock. You see this? This is hide navigation block or dock navigation block. So I would generally dock all these side boxes where you can see things. Again, the main thing you'll be looking for is really your profile here. Suppose recent activity, if you uploaded an assignment or that, online users. If there's somebody else in your class that's online at the same time, they'll pop up here. But you can dock all these blocks, and once they're docked once, they stay docked. Just sort of cleans up the page. So I'll show you what I mean. Dock, and then this side, dock, upcoming events. All this pretty not that important for this class, but the online users is quite useful. Dock, and the participants, you'll use that quite a lot. They're still here. They're just docked here to the side of the page, and it just means you have a nice clean page. So if, for example, you're reading an article, you're not, I'm going to undock this box, you're not looking at a cluttered sort of page. You have a clean sort of page to use. Okay, that's really about everything that's in Moodle. So again, just the very basics. Just make sure you log in correctly the first time. When you do, again, you can dock all these boxes should you wish. You can dock this. You can just get a nice clean page. I generally just recommend people do, because once you do it once, you have it done. Click on your course. You should be able to come in fine. Click again here. Various different sections. This is probably the most important section because it has all the content you need to find in these chapters. These are called chapters, just where the things are that you need to find. It's all very straightforward to find. You'll find everything you need to know about that module here. This is important because this allows you to go back, as does this. This is your front page. This is the section that you're in at the moment. So you can always follow these breadcrumbs that way too. These are called breadcrumbs. And to go back, again, it's just a little bit of practice. That's your course. The people section is important to get to know everybody that's in your class. Look at it, open these up, click on these. You'll get the basics information of who's in the class and that. What else? Oh, the assignment details. Very important here. You come to your section and make sure you upload your assignments in the correct section. So you would come here for enterprise, for example, and then that's self-explanatory. And to go back, or you can go back this way. That's about it really. There is this section, course resources. What we sometimes put in there is if, for example, there's guidance or help that applies to all modules. So say, for example, a guide to writing bibliographies, because it's relevant for all modules, it would be put in here. So occasionally just look in here and see if there's anything in here. I would imagine at the moment there's nothing, but if there is, it'll all be here. Okay, that's about it really. The people who run into problems with Moodle are generally people who don't use it much. Now, it shouldn't be hard work to use, but we would recommend that you check in here maybe once or twice a week at least, to just sort of just see if there's any news, or get your resources, because they will here. And generally speaking, we don't give much paper resources. We put everything here in hard copy. Also, some modules have manuals. For example, just to say, I forgot to mention communications. This is where you'll find a soft copy of your manual. You will get a hard copy as well, of course, but this is where you'll find soft copies, and they're just here, and they're divided up into chapters. So, for example, Unit 8, the communications module, will be here, and you can just click on it and you'll find it. And that'll be Unit 8. Okay, again, it's just going to take a couple of seconds, probably longer, of course, here in my PC than your own. There you go. So that's it. And to go back and to download, do whatever. You can always print things, but we generally don't recommend people print. There's no real reason that you should need to. Okay, so click to go back, and then you're back to the page and back to the front page. You will definitely need to spend some time just working your way around the site, before you get actually used to it. You can't break it, but like I said, generally if you have problems, it's, they're generally easily fixed. So if you have problems like logging in, or you have problems, logging in, or you have problems working your way around the site, for whatever reason, I would say pick up the phone and give me a call in the office on 091 778 682, or my mobile, you should know, it's 087 219 4243. I'm happy enough to hear if you may be in the evening or whenever you're working, because I know that sometimes a quick conversation can save yourself ages trying to figure things out for yourself. Okay. When you're finished, last thing to do is obviously just to log out. That's about it. If you have any questions, do get in touch. Okay, thanks for watching.